Hello! This is me, Oki. This is episode 3 of Lugheve. Here, in this episode, we're going to see me like this. This is the first drawing of me, Oki. This is how and where from I am furtherly made and invented. This is my essence. I am your superhero, Oki. This is episode 3 of Lugheve. So we are going to be focused mainly on me as being young. But this episode 3, is going to be special. And we're going to see me like this as an adult. What I can say and teach you in this episode is this: that we want and we feel good when we see energy, the energy of life. We want to see it around us. And how would we do this with space being so minimalistic? We will do that by to know what is lacking. If we would truly know what lacks from our lives as an individual and as a society, then we will also get to see the flow of energy, of life's energy around us. So our heart needs to know what truly lacks in order for us to be earthly and to be blessed by this earth. To be earthly is the essential of our lives here on earth. This is how I know what lacks, because I, on earth, know that I am earthly. Yes? Now know this: that the place in which you stay forever is exactly between meeting and separating. It's the balance between meeting and separating itself. So there is no actual meet and there is no actual separation, but both in balance of each other through you. I want you to know also in this episode is that space itself is an unknown story. An unknown story is spatial. It is spacious. It is space. And that is why relativity exists after it. Because by being unknown, it is true. And only after truth, relativity can base itself throughout life. So an unknown story has to be true. It is yet unknown. Okay? This to know. I want you to know one more thing. in this episode, episode 3 of Lugheve, I want you to know that when one is lost, then more are lost. And more so away. More are being lost. That creates magic in which one shows unition. For unition was not proved beforehand. The first of proofs to unition is being lost and showing lost further on. For unition is not cooperation. Unition is when one exists. One does not have to be cooperative as much as to entrust itself as one. And losing trust is by being lost. For full in trust is one, and it is unition. So only by being lost can full in trust decrease and prove unition again. For unition doesn't know unition. Unition does not know unition itself to be. Last thing we're going to share on this episode, I'm going to teach on this episode, episode 3 of Lugheve, as being your superhero, seeing me as an adult here, we're going to say that primitive living, what I do, I am a primitive living. I am the oldest there is. As a soul and a being and an entity, I am the oldest there is except my grandma. So what I'd like you to know about primitive living is that you become modern only for relief and being loose. And that is the beauty of being modern. For that is why there is time in moving forwards. Because even though the primitive is perfect, I tell you, it is not loose. It is perfect. It is not loose. And so there is time forwards to loosen up and be modern. And this is the teachings we have for you today. Thank you very, very much for coming and checking out Lugheve again. This is me, Oki, your superhero, as an adult. I had a lot of fun with you. And what I truly have still is to say that even though I am afraid, I always have to do more questions. And that is how I conform. Conform with me. And find what we truly need to follow. Thank you. I will see you in the next episode of Lugheve.